for tuning us in. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Pastor Jerry Bishop, and you've entered the portion of our site called Saving Our Sons, SOS. SOS was launched this year in response to the significant increase in death and violence here in the 3rd Ward of Grand Rapids. We're making an emergency plea to our community to create a state of emergency on the lives of our young men. Currently, we're in the midst of an all-out gang war here in West Michigan.
One of my prized possessions is I have a t-shirt at home that has a hole in it. That was somebody's chest cavity behind that t-shirt. There's brain matter still on that t-shirt. I took it from the coroner when they scraped his body up off the concrete last year. And it serves as a reminder that this is real stuff. And this ain't Pleasantville, this ain't hocus pocus. And the decisions that you guys are making, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I hope that you guys are getting something out of all the stuff that Glenn and Alvin are putting into you. That you'll stop playing games with us. Because, it's a fact somebody else is gonna die to something. And you just need to make sure you're not putting yourself in harm's way. And I'm just not gonna ask you, I'm gonna beg you, stay away from these corners.
Young men are getting shot at a record number. Young men are dying at a pace far greater than they should be. But at the same time, our community is in a stalemate on what to do with them.
Is that youngsters leave school unprepared for work because nobody has really taught you and prepared you for work. Your school system basically teaches you how to read, write, and do math. It doesn't teach you all the other things that you need to know in order to be successful in a middle-class business. 40% of the graduating students who come out and apply for a job can't even pass our test that's validated at 10th grade. Reading, writing, and math, no trade. And one of the biggest problems is you have to understand, when you go to work for a business and you're bringing in the wrong attitude, the wrong behavior, the wrong language, they don't care how well you're performing. They can let you go because they know there's another person. And this is hurting business with this high turnover because many of the young people don't understand that business culture.
We over-incarcerate and under-educate. They're not in our local assemblies on Sunday mornings, yet they're unemployable. Our employment community has deemed many of them as unemployable. But this summer we've launched SOS in co-partnership with the DeVos Foundation.
You see this? Okay. The Lord will strike you with wasting disease, with fever, inflammation, and scorching heat and drought, with blight, mildew, which will plague you until you perish. The sky over your head will be bronze, the ground beneath you iron. The Lord will turn the rain of your country into dust and powder. It will come down from the skies until you are destroyed. The Lord will cause you to be defeated before your enemies. Now think about Africa for a minute. This is probably the largest continent in the world. It produces 30% of the world's natural resources, meaning the silver, the gold, the platinum, the gas, the oil, the diamonds, all that stuff comes from Africa. But they live in poverty because they're being exploited by countries like China, United States, Portuguese, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia. What's significant about all those countries that I talk about? And you don't even have to say it. You don't even have to say it. But they're picking Africa apart, and that's the motherland. Produce 30% of the world's natural resources, but the average African alone lives in poverty.
And we're offering life-changing programming at the hands of Reverend Alvin Gray and Glenn Ellis, who both have individual testimonies that are incredible of how God can take you from tragedy to triumph, and that in spite of the beginning of misery and mayhem, how he can turn you into a miraculous machine for ministry.
You won't look them in the eye. You won't do any of that. You mumble. You won't speak English. You won't do any of that. You're going to the back. I'm here to inspire you today to rise to the top. Get up on your feet. Rise to the top. Rise to the top. Say, I am somebody. I am somebody. I am somebody. I am somebody. Get up. Say, I am somebody. I am somebody. I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something. Say, I'm going to do something. might not be saying it, but your demeanor saying more than words. If we wasting our time, let us know. But I don't want to give up on you, man. I don't want to give up on you, but you guys gotta meet us halfway. And it's gonna take a change of mind, man. It's gonna take a change of mind, man. Otherwise, man, you guys gonna find yourself in situations, and you're gonna hear my voice. You're gonna hear Glenn's voice. You're gonna hear Jerry's voice. It's like, man, all we had to do was just change a couple things in our life. Just change a couple things.
Grand Rapids, we need your help to get involved with ending the drama that's unfolding in our communities. And I'm asking and praying that you'll find us out, you'll seek us out to find out how you can get involved to help us to end the battles that are going on in the streets of our 3rd Ward. We want to thank the DeVos Foundation, Family Foundation, for equipping us on this summer here of 2008 to reach out to an audience that is vastly under-allocated for funding in the areas of community-based ministry. Although this population is the single largest unemployed area of our population, they are also the least funded in community outreach efforts. I'm hoping and praying that you'll watch this video, that you'll look at the website, that you'll see the value in saving our sons, and contact us and offer your human capital, your financial capital, or your strategies for engagement and change. If nothing more, if you could simply raise your hand and pray for LifeQuest and ask God to put a covering on what we do to expand our territories, I'd be greatly appreciative of that and would love to meet you and pray with you. The Lord said if 2 or 3 be gathered in His name, that He'd be in the midst. So I'm reaching out to more than just 2 or 3, but I'm reaching out to you as well. Thank you.